Hi, hello. Welcome to another video. I am writing as per usual. And when I finished up my last video, I was talking about how I was really hoping this weekend I would reach 10K. And this is exactly why I dislike using word counts as touchstones for how much you've accomplished, because despite the fact that I've written probably well over 10K on this draft, and by well over, I mean probably like 12K, let's be real, I'm nowhere near, because it turns out at the end of my last video, I did indeed jinx myself, which is exactly what I was worried about. I was talking about how I was very confident that I could keep up the stamina to write 10K to reach it this weekend, and I did not. I did not reach 10K yet this weekend, and I likely won't. It is currently Sunday, and I wrote with my friend yesterday, but we honestly did not write very much. I think I wrote about 100 words. But let me tell you a little bit about why, and let me tell you a little bit about what I'm working on today. On Friday, I had a little bit of an epiphany over the setting of my story. The setting of my story wasn't really clicking for me, but I didn't really think too much about it because I was just on such a roll, and the characters were just like so vivid and the scenes were so vivid, and it wasn't necessarily about where the scenes were set and more about what the characters were doing within the scenes. So I kind of put it aside. But on Friday, I got a really big epiphany over the setting and where I want this story to be set and what I want this story to ultimately be about. Surprise, surprise, it will be about war and dragons and a little bit of history and a whole lot of romance, all the things that I love. So I went back and I started to rework that. And that is where I'm at right now. I am still a good way into the book, in my opinion, for only working on it over one single week. What am I at? I'm at 6,300 words, and I'm gonna sit down now and I'm gonna focus with a goal of around a thousand words a day from now until around Thursday, when I will probably finish up this video. So I will still reach 10K in this video. I am determined to reach 10K this week. I don't know why. I just think it would be really fun right before the holiday break on my end to reach 10K. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I am doing a little bit of backtracking, going back over scenes, sometimes like just completely rewriting scenes, which I'm fine with. I'm really enjoying this story so far, and I'm really enjoying the characters. So that is what this video is ultimately going to be about, seeing if I can reach 10K. So wherever you are, I hope you are cozy. If not, get cozy, and let's get into a week of writing in my life. So we are at 6,300 words. Let's try to get to 10K this week. I think we can do it. Cheers. I'm gonna grab some cookies. Good evening. It is Monday night. It's Monday night, and writing went so well today. My cat is currently freaking out on the bed. She has the post-dinner crazy zoomies. So if you hear something freaking out off to the side, that's what is happening. And she is like so funny when she gets like this, because no one is safe. Nothing is safe. If your foot is in the way, she will rip it to shreds. Whereas I feel like Roger is a little bit more gentle. But at least someone has some energy on this Monday night. Writing went really well today. I am so close to my 10K goal. So close. It's a little bit trickier now for me to accurately say how far away I am, because I did go back and change some things, and I just keep getting new inspiration for how I want this story to feel and what I want this story to be about. So I do think that even if I do reach this 10K goal, which I absolutely will, it's not a solid, complete 10K achievement, because I do think I will be going back and rewriting a lot of the beginning. However, I don't care. This is exactly why I don't like to track my progress on word counts, because I am such an intuitive writer that I feel like it's just not an accurate depiction, because to be honest, I've already written more than 10K in this story. I know I have. I'm probably sitting around like 15K, but obviously it's not all usable because I keep having inspirational moments where I want to change the story, and I don't want to be frustrated with that. I want to be excited about that, and so I'm choosing to be excited about that. But it is just a little bit awkward, because I feel like I kind of set myself up not for failure, but I just feel like it's not really 100% accurate what I'm saying when I say I'm reaching 10K, because probably like 2,000 of those words are gonna have to be will have to be rewritten. I mean, so much of it will have to be rewritten, but that is my writing update, and super jazzed. I'm just like so excited to wake up tomorrow and keep going. Today I wrote a prologue, and it's a prologue that takes place on a battlefield in the middle of war, and it just has a lot of intense feelings, and it revealed something that I hope will be the basis of my story, but we will see. I don't know how long this draft is going to take me. I think I'm really going to take my time with it. Next year will be the year of working on this draft, and that just makes me really happy. It makes me so happy. I love that I'm writing a story about dragons. I never thought that I would. I frankly never thought that I'd be a fantasy writer, but I am, and I love it. The other cat is in the doorway trying to convince the crazy cat on the bed to play, and this is what they do. He just yarls in the other room because he wants her to chase him. So if you hear him, that is what you hear. Okay, another update that I have, which is a little embarrassing to admit, but I don't care. I finished the Frederick Bachman series, the Beartown series, and I really loved that series. I do think that the last book did not make the 5 out of 5 for me, but that's just because I think I read them too quickly. I read them one after the other, and I feel like I could have taken a break between them, but it was just so good. The first 2 books are just so good that I just needed to keep going. But the 3rd book kind of dragged a little bit, but I've been saying that Frederick Bachman is definitely a new favorite writer, and I am so excited to read other books from him, which I'm definitely going to pick up. So that is always a really exciting thing. However, this is the moment that I wait for every single year in my reading journey. Every single December since the moment I first read this book, I have read it. Sometimes I've read it twice a year, but I was looking at my Goodreads today, and I definitely am reading this book for the 14th time according to Goodreads, which is pretty accurate. I love this story, and I've talked about this book, I feel like a couple times, so I won't go on too much about it, but I did want to show it to you because I am going to be reading it this week, and it's going to be a massive part of my week. It's a massive part of my life, and that is The Bronze Horseman. Now, this is not an endorsement that you should read this book. I always preface with that because it is a very flawed love story. And there are a lot of reasons why people might not like this story, and I totally understand that. I don't know what it is about this story, but it just hits me in my soul. And there are very few books in my life that feel like soulmates, and this is one of them. And I love this book so very much, and I would read it nonstop if I didn't force myself to wait until December every year. And so that is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start this book tonight. This book, my favorite love story of all time, one of my favorite written books, and the book that really changed the game for me in terms of what I read and what I studied. I fell in love with Russian history because of this book, and just it has changed my life. And so I've talked about it many times, but I wanted to show you because that is precisely what you're going to see me reading over the next couple of days. And do yourself a favor and look this book up on Goodreads and read some of the reviews and see if it's a book that you want to read. That's really what I tell everyone, because I can't bear the thought of recommending this to someone and having them hate it because, like I said, it's just not for everybody. But it is 100% for me. And not only that, it's a whole series. And so I've read this book, I'm on my 14th time according to Goodreads, but the two other books in the series, I've probably read them each like twice maybe, and that's because they are hard reads. This is a heartbreaking story. I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously, but it rips your heart out and just like shows it to you again and again. And the third book is probably the only book in the world. Yeah. It's the only book in the world that while I was reading it, I got so mad at it that I like threw it down because I just couldn't read it anymore. It was, I don't know, there's just something about this story that like just makes me feel so deeply. And honestly, the people that are my friends that are watching this are probably laughing and they're probably like, I get it, Megan, because I talk about this book a lot, but I love this series, and so that is precisely what I'm doing tonight. And yes, I have a million copies of this. This is my reading copy. Okay. This is the other thing. Please tell me if I'm alone in this or if this is so weird, but I have a reading copy of it and I have like a million other editions of this book, but I also have the exact same edition, but it is pristine. But that's not even the only edition that I have. I have so many editions. Instead of flowers at my wedding, which was like a really, really small ceremony, I actually carried a first edition of this book because that's how much it means to me. Okay, I could go on, but I really just wanted to show you because I've thought about this all day since I finished The Winners last night. To be honest, I actually thought about this book a lot while I was reading The Winners because I was just so excited to dive into it. So I'm going to stop talking about it and I'm going to make dinner. Actually, I'm going to do yoga first. I'm going to do yoga first, then I'm going to make dinner, then I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to curl up and I'm going to read this book. And I'm so excited. Oh man, the amount of times that I've talked about Bronze Horseman, people are going to think I'm insane. Please don't judge me too hard about my love for this book. It's inexplicable. It's inexplicable. It's profound. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna read. say hello to the people. Okay, let's get to work. This is a chocolate peppermint tea. Also, my best friend and I, every Christmas, get each other a new mug. And this is my mug for this year, and it's so beautiful. I swear she read my mind because I really wanted a mug with trees on it. And I feel like this almost looks like a Hobbit mug, but there are trees on it. Well, my friends, as you may have seen, I reached 10K on this draft. And I'm celebrating a little bit, but I'm not celebrating too much because as soon as I say that, I immediately want to add all kinds of little footnotes to that celebratory statement and say that I have a lot more work that I have to do on this introduction, and all of this is true no matter how many words you write. There's always more to do. However, I will say that everything I've written so far and every new idea that I get in this story just makes me so much more excited to sit down and keep going with it. So today I had a new idea on how to introduce one of the two main characters, and it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. I have a very strong feeling that I will be cutting back, and so the draft may no longer be at 10K in like a week or so, but it doesn't matter because I reached 10K, which is all I wanted. I'm so tired right now. It is after work. It is Wednesday. I have 2 more days of work until vacation, and I just cannot wait. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, is I'm going to rest for the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I will write or not. I can't decide. I keep going back and forth, and every time I say to myself, you're not gonna write, you're gonna take the time off writing, I start feeling really guilty about that because I'm on such a great high right now. I've got that momentum. And then whenever I start feeling guilty, I counter that with saying that is proof that you should take time off. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I've settled on the idea that I'm just gonna take it day by day and just go with however I feel, and maybe spend my mornings writing, maybe not. But you will likely not see a video from me over the next 2 weeks because I really just need a break from everything. I need to just shut it down and just relax, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I hope this holiday season you find a little bit of rest in your life. I know it can be very, very difficult during the holidays to relax because there's just so much going on, but you will see a video from me in the first week of January. That's gonna be what my next video is because I love New Year's. I love the turning of the year, and that first week in January is just so special and so exciting, and I can't wait to get there, but I'm also equally trying to like stay present and really, really just relax. So wherever you are, cheers to you. Cheers to over 10,000 words. I think I'm sitting at 10,600 right now. But again, as I said in my last update, I'm certain I've written way more than that on this draft, but I just keep deleting things and then adding new things. But anyway, we're back to the cheers. Cheers to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are staying creative out there. I hope you find time for creativity in these next few weeks. And I'll see you in 2023. Thank you so much.